Hello there.
Some scrapped ideas from Godzilla vs. Kong combined with some toys that have come out in the last year or two may actually be giving us our first look at the potential so-called upgrades coming to Godzilla and Kong in the Godzilla x Kong New Empire movie. So I'm going to break it down in this video, and if you guys enjoy my content, consider subscribing. I try to keep up with MonsterVerse news and leaks and Godzilla news in general, as well as Marvel, DC, and sometimes Star Wars and any other pop culture stuff I'm interested in. So if you guys enjoy that, consider subscribing, and let's get into it.
Atomic Fair.
Okay, so the first thing I'm going to take a look at here is the toys I was talking about, and then I'll talk about the scrapped idea for Godzilla vs. Kong that actually may be the upgrades that they're getting for this new Godzilla x Kong movie. So when the Godzilla vs. Kong toy line released, there was a line of figures called Titan Tech, and there was a Godzilla and Kong figure that I'm going to take a look at here, and I'll show it on the screen now. It is actually pretty interesting, and it might give us our first look at what these potential upgrades could look like. I mean, I'm not really a big fan of Kong with some like cybernetic shades on. I'm not sure it's going to be that extreme, but the missile launchers and the body armor, maybe something close to what we get for Kong in the movie. Now, I'm hoping if they do get any sort of enhancements for Godzilla, it's something that maybe enhances his breath ray, maybe something like if it was a machine, would be like something that would just only attach to his spines to like enhance his atomic breath and give him more of that plasma fusion ray kind of blast that he had from the 90s era Godzilla movies. And for Kong, I'm kind of just hoping that it's something like armor that would kind of toughen him and make him a bit more sturdy, even though I think Kong's already pretty damn durable. I'm really hoping it's not something like guns or missiles or anything extreme like that. I mean, I'm not really a big fan of the enhancements in general, but something like that would just be a bit too much. So if it really did look like this figure here for Kong, I don't know how I would feel. In terms of the Godzilla figure, it wouldn't be too bad, but it would depend on how the enhancements would work for Godzilla. I can't imagine Godzilla shooting like guns or, like I said, missiles or anything crazy like that. That's just a bit too much and sort of jumps the shark in a big way. It would also really go against the idea of them being forces of nature and would sort of kill that whole vibe if they got some upgrades by humans to defeat whether it's Shimu or Scar King, or Shimu being led by Scar King, which I think might be what's going on. Yeah, none of that sounds too exciting. I don't really think Godzilla or Kong should be getting any major cybernetic weaponry or anything like that. Even when Godzilla vs. Kong came out and they did the axe, I was a little hesitant about that, but it turned out way better in the movie than I thought. So in terms of Godzilla, like I said, the Titan Tech figure doesn't look too bad. I guess it would really just depend on what the specific enhancements do for Godzilla and Kong, whether they're shooting projectiles or just sort of wearing an armor or something that toughens him up, or Godzilla's wearing a harness that enhances his atomic ray. Something like that would be a lot more ideal. And that goes right into my second topic for the video, which is Mega Godzilla. Now, Mega Godzilla was a leak that came out in 2019 and has actually been corroborated by visual effects producers from the movie. Apparently, Mega Godzilla was going to be in Godzilla vs. Kong and was going to show up. It was going to be a sort of enhancement for Godzilla's atomic breath. Now, we know this because a visual effects producer or artist or whatever for Godzilla vs. Kong went onto Facebook and sort of talked about his experiences and that he did in fact do visual effects for a Mega Godzilla, but it didn't end up turning up in the movie. Now, this is sort of what Mega Godzilla would have looked like according to toy leaks, and they're a little grainy, but we do have some pictures. They give you the general idea here, and then we have fan art and stuff like that that people have made. This, I think, would look pretty interesting and actually really cool. I think if they did something like this, it would be cool if he wore some sort of harness over his spines that enhance his atomic ray or take it to another level. The best option would honestly be Godzilla just getting an upgrade from his own merits and his own internal strength sort of evolving to a new level. That would be the most ideal thing, but if there have to be enhancements, this is sort of what I'm hoping for, something along the idea of the Mega Godzilla concept that was meant to sort of turn him nuclear and enhance his atomic ray, which is already kind of what Burning Godzilla did in 2019. So the movie's less than a year away, so we don't have too much longer until we find out. Apparently there is going to be a San Diego Comic-Con panel or trailer for Godzilla x Kong, so I'm looking forward to that. Of course, I'll keep you guys updated whenever the trailer does arrive and drop, whether it gets leaked on the internet or they release it officially. I will cover it either way. On top of that, I'm excited to see what Toho's going to do for this new Godzilla project. It's apparently supposed to have some new information on July 11th, which of course I'll keep you guys updated about. So if you enjoyed this video, if you enjoyed this content and this little theory, which I feel like could have some serious credibility, I really think that they might have transferred the idea from Mega Godzilla into Godzilla x Kong, and then Kong Kong will get some separate enhancements, maybe in armor or something like that. We'll see what happens when the movie drops. But like I said, comment down below what you guys think. And until the next video, be safe and stay well. Bye-bye.
I'll be here when you get back. Not coming back, Chief.